In this episode, we're talking about how to optimize your landing page for lead generation. You've built the landing page, you've tweaked the headline, and maybe you've tried out a few different layouts. But for some reason, the leads still aren't coming in. Why is that? In this episode, we're going to look at what really drives landing page performance. And it's probably not what you've been focused on. So let's dive right in. Okay, there are a lot of assumptions and a lot of misconceptions that people have. Let's address them as myths. Okay, so let's cover 5 different myths. We'll get them out of the way and then we can dive into what really works. Myth number 1, if I send more traffic, I'll get more leads. So that sounds great in theory. The more visitors you have to your landing page, you should get more and more conversions, right? You should generate more leads. But a lot of people take that to think that any type of traffic will work. I just need volume. So they hope a video will go viral or they'll increase their ad spend, but it doesn't really convert to higher leads. Myth number 2, I just need a better headline or call to action. Now, this is something you can test, and ads is a great way of doing it because you can split test and have 2 different pages or 2 different headlines, and you can see which headline works better. Ultimately, what you want to know is which page sells better. And so if you have both pages that are identical, but you've changed one headline here and the other headline there, and one page converts better, then fantastic. You know which headline is best. That becomes a challenge though if neither of them are making sales. Myth number 3, a landing page problem means I need to redesign the layout. Well, whenever you're not making sales on a landing page, you want to get to the root of the problem. What is it? Is it the page? I mean, you can test that. You can create 2 different pages. You can try creating a different layout, but how many landing pages are you going to create and have them all not work? Are you just going to assume, I guess people don't want to buy this? What if there is a different problem? Myth number 5, paid ads are the best way to drive traffic to my landing page. So this is what most people do, but I call this a myth because it's not the best way, meaning it is the quickest way, and it's the best way to get quick results if you want to do a lot of split testing. But if you want to generate high quality leads, it's actually a really poor way of doing it. Paid ads is interruptive. You're interrupting what they want to do and you're creating an emotion of annoyance, and that's not a great experience for generating high quality leads. Imagine if there was a way that you could put your content in front of the right people, the people who would be a really good fit for your services, and yet they don't feel like they're being sold to and they trust you. That's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. So I want to switch gears, and more than just talking about the landing page, which you can test and you can tweak and you can improve, but even just a basic landing page. Let's set that aside and assume that the page is not the problem. How do we get people to the page? And the problem with paid ads is there's nothing before it. I mean, they see the ad and then they go to the landing page and you're hoping that it converts. So you've annoyed people and you've tried to get this annoyed person to then buy from you. How well is that going to work? Crazy enough, it does work, and that's why people do paid advertising. But if there's a better way, would you want to know about it? If there's a way that you could build a relationship first and not annoy people and then send them to your ads, right? Wouldn't that be better? The biggest factor in determining the performance of a landing page is not the page itself, it's how the person got there and why, okay? So paid ads is just one method, but what if they found you in another way? What if they actually were searching for you? So instead of them watching content on social media or on YouTube and you forcing an ad in front of them, what if they were actually searching for your expertise? Or they had a problem that you're an expert at helping people solve, and so they were asking questions in ChatGPT or Google or YouTube search. They were typing in a question. What if you could put your videos in front of them and not promote, but answer their question? They'd be happy to click on that video because they want an answer. And as you answer their question in that video, it's going to be building a relationship with them. They're going to be receiving value. There's going to be some reciprocity that they feel, and there's a trust that's going to be built. And at the end of the video, it can be really simple to turn that view into a lead because you can give them a free gift. You can say, yeah, now that I've taught you this process or taught you how to do this thing, I've got a free gift that will help you implement it. You can go to my website and that's my free gift. So they'll go to your website to get the free gift. Now they're on your email list and now they can explore and they're going to see your other promo videos. They're going to see your branding. They're going to see your offers. That's the ideal scenario because someone will not convert no matter how good a landing page is. They will not purchase from you if you didn't meet their expectations or if there's no trust there. So more than just how you pitch them, it's how did they find you and how did you build a relationship with them? Do they trust you and then you talk about the offer. What is it that you help people with? Now, years ago, we're talking 2015 and before, the only way that you could be found on search is by Google SEO or website SEO. But about 2015, those strategies really fizzled. Companies still continued to promote them, but they were less and less effective. The reason for that is Google as a search engine changed. It was no longer a website search engine, but became a content search engine. The number one content platform out there today is still YouTube. People post content in other places, but they're not indexed, they're not searchable. So for example, Facebook, if somebody posts an article on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on X, you can't then go and search for that topic and hope to find that article. It just doesn't work. That's not how those platforms are built. But that is the foundation of how YouTube is built, and so that's why we use YouTube. But the good news is you don't only show up in YouTube, but you show up in Google, because Google owns YouTube and Google knows that YouTube is the best content platform. And ChatGPT will show you a YouTube video because YouTube is the best content platform. Google and ChatGPT are just search engines or search tools, but you can't yet post content to ChatGPT. When that day comes, we'll want to start posting content there. But for right now, you've got to figure out what's the best type of content to post to YouTube so that it will rank at the top of YouTube, and then it just naturally will show up at the top of Google and ChatGPT. So the best quality leads, the best people you want on your landing pages are people that come to you through referral and people who you've built a relationship, people that trust you. Now, this type of marketing has come to be known as authority marketing, and I want you to master it. I want you to know what it is, and I want you to know how to apply it and how to get your videos ranked at the top of YouTube. So I've made another episode, I'll link to it right here. It's called What is Authority Marketing? Definitely start there. You'll learn it inside and out, and you'll know how to implement it. So I'll see you there.